Okay. Get it.
Welcome everybody to another Cosmic Crone conversation. We've had some little hiccups. It's me, Marie.
And me, Tina.
We're at the TRNC
Animal Rescue Family.
Yeah, we're at that location today with all the rescued dogs. Please donate by going to PayPal.
SOSdogs2017 at outlook.com.
Right, we got that one. Yeah, we're in. It's very, very hot here in Northern Cyprus today, and we're going to be doing on Cosmic Crone conversation synchronicity today. For those listening and watching, we've had to find a very, very good spot in the sense of out the sun. So yeah, come on then, T.
Right, so what is synchronicity? I looked it up, and it's when something happens at a specific moment in time. But there's different types of synchronicity.
Right.
So there's, you know, like when you maybe both say something at the same time, or you think of something
at the same,
and the other person says it.
Oh.
There's that type of synchronicity.
All right.
You know, there's coincidences, chance meetings. You know, it's all a form of synchronicity.
Okay.
So speaking of chance meetings, let's start with my story of how I met Les. So I have to keep flicking myself with this wet paw thing.
And I have to keep going like this. It's not the flies.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So when I was about 23, I worked in the courts as a security. Les was a prison officer who went to the court regularly with, you know, he went in the prison van or whatever, and would come in with the, I don't know what you call them, suspects, whatever.
Prisoners. Yeah,
prisoners. And we must have glanced at each other and never spoke to each other. I don't remember him.
Yeah.
Because I rarely sat in. You can sit in on the cases, but I rarely did. So it would have been fleeting backwards and forwards, but we never connected.
Yeah.
The next time we were synced together was years later. Actually, was it before? Might have been. No, I think it was actually before that. I worked in Harrods and he worked in Harrods. I think it was before that, because I didn't have any children when I worked in Harrods, so it would have been before that, maybe 10 years before. But no, then I would have been 13. No, that would have been right. You get bored.
No, not at all. I was just laughing, like.
Yeah, just trying to figure out my brain with it. You know what it's like. He worked in the jewellery department and I worked in the sports department. And we must have been in that cafe, because they've got their own cafe, really nice cafe, and sat in there on lunch breaks. I mean, there's thousands of staff, but we never ever connected. So we were thrown together twice in our history and ignored it. The third time was through the internet, which obviously forced us pretty much together.
In what way? Sorry.
Well, we're both deliberately looking for a companion.
Oh,
you know,
okay,
so he went onto this website. It was called Midsummer's Eve. I went onto this website, looked at his profile. Oh, okay, he looks interesting, and we met up. And I wasn't going to go, funny enough. And my family in England said, "Don't knock this chance. Just go, see how it is." So, all right then. So
it's usually somebody says, "Don't go," and you do go. Do you know what I mean? Don't go, and
yeah,
the synchronicity of not going at that moment.
Yeah. So we met up, and then that was it. We hit it off, and we was chatting all night, and that was it. So, you know, years before, twice, we've been sort of pushed together through some universal synchronicity. I don't know, but we never did quite connect until the third time. So that was some weird synchronicity.
I mean, if anybody listening or watching, has that happened to you? I mean, it's similar sort of thing for me. My partner, I looked after a child that was an ex-partner's. I'm just going to make it quick, like, and then we lost contact. Then I saw her and went to the door, but my partner was living next door, which I never knew, right? Then this young lady who I was looking after at the time, we lost contact again, and then just by chance walking down the road one day, there she was with my partner. Partner gave me her number to get in touch. I lost the number.
Did you know her by name?
Who? Who are we talking about? My partner or the baby?
Yeah, your partner. Like, did you know her name at that point?
Yes, when I was given the number, but then I thought, and then basically it was the young girl's birthday, and I did some detective work and drove around like a, looking for stalker,
yeah.
And then bumped into her again. What I'm saying is, and lived around the corner from my mum and dad. What I'm saying, there was certain moments I could have met my partner in the past around this young lady, and it never happened. But I walked away from the door, and then apparently my partner come out the door to see who it was. So there was these chance meetings. I mean, have you watching, listening, has it happened to you? It just seems very weird that you're drawn to circumstances, isn't it? You're drawn to circumstances. I mean, timing, that's it.
Yeah.
Timing of things. I mean, I did look up the word because I used to get a bit, not confused, but there was synchronicity and serendipity. And serendipity is, but this is another thing, that's by chance, good luck events, fortunate discoveries through accident, accidental meetings, something achieved through hard work. So, yes, there's a similarity. There's a similarity with the two things. But, I mean, what about, for me, is putting the radio on.
And you think of a song and then bang, it comes on.
Wow.
Yeah.
That happens to me a lot.
Yeah,
an absolute lot. Yeah. It does. Or, I know it sounds funny, but I was thinking of something. I don't know. I was, it's really weird. I was looking, there was some stuff going on in my village. And I put the radio on, and it was, do you come from a land down under? But who sang it? Men at Work.
Yeah.
And it was just at the same time, and I went, nobody's going to believe this. Nobody's going to believe this. But that's come to me a lot, that has.
Yeah, as with me.
Yeah. And
like, sorry, when I thought of my mum, who's passed away 7-8 years ago now.
Yeah.
But like sometimes I think of her, and then her favourite song would come on the radio. And it's, like, yeah, I'm here,
Yeah. I mean, last time we did the podcast when we were in the church up further up.
It's a Beckboy, yeah.
Yeah. What did I sing? Memory?
Oh.
I know it was your mum's.
Yeah.
Your mum's, but it came to me in that moment, and it was like, ooh, that's a bit.
Yeah.
Why that song? Why that song?
You should write down, every moment, because you can look back.
They do say.
And,
we're always on about making notes.
Yeah, sync with synchronicity. Yeah. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Is there anything else right now? So what I wrote down, it's the external world with inner experiences. Does that make sense to you? It's like things going on out there, but it means something. It clicks with you. I mean, it could be coincidence. People say it's coincidence all the time, don't they?
Yeah, that is another thing. Is it coincidence or is it synchronicity? It's like we was talking about, like if you buy a red car and all of a sudden you see that exactly same red car, Or if you're pregnant, then you all of a sudden see everyone that's pregnant, and there's a name for that.
You don't know?
No, it is a scientific thing.
Hello, Niska.
Yeah, but there's also like the law of attraction type thing, you know, if you really need something and then out of the blue it comes to you.
Mm.
Like I've had loads of instances like that. Really stupid little things like, ouch, Niska, she's on my leg. Yes, I love you, darlings, but it's hot, I know. Like I needed, for instance, a thing for the tap for the hose,
Yeah.
you know, and then we were given a load of charity stuff because we do.
On those hose pieces,
And there was, yeah, like the exact thing on the exact right size that I wanted. Oh, okay, you know, because I haven't got the money to go and buy it, and it seems to just turn up. Or like, oh, you know, like you can't see it, but it was our horse's stable, and at the front I needed them plastic panels.
Oh yeah, you know that lock in,
that tongue groove.
like tongue and groove, but
Yeah,
plastic.
just to cover the front, because it's
And what
a
happened?
doghouse now. And then out of the blue, we say out the blue again, it's synchronicity. Maybe a week later, our friend contacted us and said, "Oh, I've got loads of bits of building stuff. Do you want it?" Yep, Zoom round now. Oh, that's exactly what I want.
But do you think it's the universe speaking to us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that? But look, how come I think of things? Like I say things because it's so many different experiences. But it's like it's something comes to you when you least expect it, but you've been thinking of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Exactly what you've just said. I know I've just said it like that, but
It's like sometimes when you're looking for things, and then like you'll scroll YouTube or something. Oh, I was just.
well, I want to say something about that because you know, when people might say, "Well, I was only talking about that the other day." Your phone,
Yeah.
come on, come
Yeah.
on, that ain't synchronicity.
No. Sometimes, obviously, yeah, things are if it's nothing to do with the phone.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I'm
when
just
you're in, like now, apparently, especially I know the iPhone does it. It takes a snapshot of you when you're on the phone every 5 seconds, and we know that because
wow.
someone filmed someone holding a phone with the infrared light, whatever, and you can see it flashing. So that's a fact, and they've admitted that, and they said it's so they update your picture, but every 5 seconds. Come on.
It's like just coming back to the point of synchronicity. That isn't, because
No.
people will think it is. Oh, ain't that weird? I was talking about pig trotters the other day, and look, you know, there you go, little piggies for sale or something. I don't know where that come from. Do you think it also could be something that's lying dormant in us? And it's an awakening that you're in tune.
Yeah. Synchronicity is,
Yeah.
And you'll find, like I said, if you write it down, the more you write things down, the more you will realise that things are syncing in line with what you need and what you want to do.
I mean, it can impact you quite dramatically.
And sometimes,
because it's personal.
Yeah, sometimes the wrong things come in, and then something will switch it and say, like, no, don't do that. You know, like.
What do you mean by
that? Right, let's talk about like car crashes, yeah, or time. Didn't you say once in a car you was sitting in a car and you knew it was going to crash?
Oh God, blimey, I'd forgotten all about that. Yeah, in a car, wasn't driving.
Yeah, so sometimes
wasn't driving. I think I've said this before.
Yeah, you did,
wasn't driving, and I was like, I can see at the crossroads that we're going to be involved in a crash. Then it was virtually seconds later. I knew we were going to skid.
Hmm.
You could say, I've said this before, because of speed and everything, but the person driving wasn't speeding. It was raining. I don't,
Premonition
but
is
it
a
wasn't
form of
us.
synchronicity.
It wasn't us going like that. It was two cars going like that, and we had to stop and went into them. So it wasn't anything coming towards us. That was synchronicity. Yeah, that happened. You were saying about patterns, didn't you say patterns? Was it you? Or was I just thinking about it? Patterns, meanings in order for synchronicity. Like, I thought that, that's happened. I keep coming back to delivering. It's very personal, I think, synchronicity. It's not like, it's what's important to you. It's not what am I saying that right?
Yeah,
What do you think? I can't. Sometimes I can't explain it.
Being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Look at that dear little puppy down there.
Dennis.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was chance, wasn't it?
Oh, that was weird.
We wasn't going to go to this certain beach.
No, he wasn't.
We was going to go somewhere else, but you didn't have the petrol, and the petrol station was the other way. So we ended up going the longer way to get petrol to go to the beach. And when we get to the beach, we saw this little puppy stuck in the rocks.
But that's the point. No, Tina's telling you, I'm not trying to stop you, but we were doing hydrotherapy for Tippy, for the one rescue dog. And then I said, oh, like I'd had enough, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, I'm going back now. And I went, and I just saw these paws. I literally went, is that a dog? Like, I can't tell what a dog looks like. Because it was so, and there's little Dennis in the rocks with the waves going into his little, but if we hadn't have gone,
he would have died.
Yeah, he'd have been dead.
Drowned,
yeah, unfortunately, yeah. But his little Dennis.
So that's, right time at the right place.
They say Chinese philosophy, they say, what is it, order of the universe, action without action, allowing things to happen naturally in their own way and time. Now that blows my mind a little bit.
Yeah, I think synchronicity is not about forcing things, is it?
It's not. It's not going to happen when there's a full moon. It's not going to happen when the planets align.
Because then it's not a synchronicity, is
yeah,
it?
exactly. Yeah, sorry, the city mind, the other. So I've put there, signpost on your path. Could be pointing you to go somewhere. It seems that's it. It was about spiritual awakening for people. Maybe it's time.
Dreams.
They're open.
When you dream of something, and then I know this place, and it's actually gonna, not just that you know it, but that something's there that you need to see.
Yeah, you feel as if. Or what about that one where you feel as if you've been somewhere before?
Deja vu.
That's deja vu, isn't it?
Deja vu.
But I was looking at synchronicity comes into it about the numbers as well.
It does, yeah.
And we've spoken about in past podcasts, so go back and have a listen and look. Is that I every single day, and I never write it down. Every single day, I look at
double numbers.
Now I've had a look. I had a little look, had a little read about what the numbers mean. And it's like, it was blowing my mind because people were saying angel numbers.
Yeah.
Right, there's that.
Yeah.
Then I think there's a bit of homework for everybody listening and watching. Have a look, not just at angel numbers, but it's really mathematical. And like, I don't know if it's 0 to 9. There's other meanings to them.
Do you know?
That's why I'm not saying I've got the answers. I think it's something you should have a look up, because if that's happening to you, mine's usually. This is what I was going to get at. Mine's usually a digital time phone, right? I have been sending messages to you, and I haven't said anything, Like this morning, I think it was 11:11 or something, and things like that. You could have a look on your phone. But one thing that we keep going on about, I do about that, you keep going on about your number.
911
Yeah.
or 911.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's so many different interpretations, people that, and that's the word I'm looking for, interpretations. So go and have a look, have a little read. And I would recommend that you listen or read different people, not just angel numbers. Look at mathematical explanations for them, because that is weird to me all the time.
I was born in 67.
I was born in 67.
Yeah, coincidence.
Yeah.
Okay, my mum was born in 37. My nan was born, I think, in 1917, and my aunt was born in 57. We were all born in the
With the
year
seven.
7. In the year 7.
Wow.
Yeah, weird, isn't it?
Is that coincidence or synchronicity?
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Is there something significant about the 7th year? You know, every cycle. I mean, all right, we was talking about women's menstrual cycles syncing with the moon, wasn't we?
Yeah.
Because we was talking about the moon in the last podcast, and yes, a lot of women do sync with the moon, and actually sync with each other, or are they all syncing with the moon? You know, because
Yeah, you know, and they
you have
say when
friends and
women,
what's this time of the month? Oh, I've got mine as well. You
Yeah.
know, like you find
we don't hold back
closest,
on this podcast, you know.
your friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all do. But when it boils down to it, what does synchronicity mean to you?
To me,
Do you think?
when something happens that, well, then, like I said, there's different types of synchronicity. So,
Well, to me,
To
it's
me-
like by chance sometimes something happens, but then it relays back to your brain that I thought of that the other day.
it's not a coincidence.
Yeah, it's not a
basically,
coincidence because it was going to
synchronicity.
happen. When you say different types, have you got any examples of any others?
Well, like me, obviously me and Les,
Yeah.
and like I said, like if I really need something, I really need that, and sometimes I say it out loud.
Oh,
I
yeah.
really need
Sorry, you said.
a new doorknob for the door, and then I'll go somewhere, and then that's exactly what I was thinking of.
Do you think people miss it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Does
So
anybody
I
think?
just think you do need to write it down, and you would realise how many times that it's happened, and that, come on, that's not coincidence, is it?
The times, just come back to the times people say it's messages.
Mm.
Sorry, that I haven't said it. That's why I'm asking you to look at other things, because it's not just
You know,
up
like
above the angels telling you
sinking,
something. There's a lot more to it. You know, an 0808 means something in angels, but it means mathematically something else. And do you know what I mean? I think I just think synchronicity is an absolute mind-blowing situation.
You know, the numbers thing, because you see so many numbers, it might not be the numbers, although like being double numbers means something.
Time of day. No.
What were you thinking at that time? Were you at a time where you were depressed and down, and that you saw it, and then it's like saying, come on, you know, we are listening. Like the universe
I've got
is
to
listening.
say, sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. I do think there's messages being sent to me, but often I actually do go, hello, I don't know what you're saying to me. So it's up to me then really to have a look and see what's going on. Because I'm not religious, I don't think that, you know, a God or God is telling me something, because of that. That's nothing that resonates with me. So that's why I find it very hard.
Or if you like thought or dreamt of someone, and maybe you haven't met them for a long time, and then like literally the next day you're like, oh, I was just thinking about you yesterday, or I was dreaming about you yesterday.
That happens.
And you haven't seen them for a long
I
time.
haven't heard off what's it for ages suddenly. there's some sort of communication, or somebody is communicating with you, however that is, mentions that person.
Or synchronicity, is it like, say, two people thinking about each other at the same time?
Ooh. I don't know what. Hang
No,
on, go on, keep going,
get
keep
me?
going. Yeah.
You know, like I've, got a friend in UK that I don't
That's
talk
something
too
else.
much. And
Yeah.
I'll be like thinking of her, and she'll be thinking of contacting me. And then we both do it, and they're like, I was just thinking about you. Yeah, yellow Niska. I was just thinking about
I will
you,
say this,
Niska.
coincidence. You know, I'm not poo-pooing synchronicity. I'm just going, but somebody like was shouting, that's coincidence, that is. It's coincidence that this beautiful young lady come here as well. I'm finding it.
It's like, have you met someone for a reason? Because with synchronicity, there must be a reason for that.
That's what I was looking at.
Happening at that specific moment. Oh, well, that's nice. Just burped.
Did you?
I've got of my pop.
There's it says also I got for synchronicity a Greek, 2 words, one sin, which means together, and Cronus, synchronous. Oh yeah, synchronous.
Greek, isn't it?
Yeah. Time. So together at a place in time, something happens that is deep and meaningful for you. You've either thought it or have been. I think we make things happen. You know, for that, are we putting something out to the universe for it to
come back?
To come back. I do think it's really. I'm not stumped for words usually, but synchronicity is
that things happen for a reason. Like we went to that beach for a reason.
Yeah,
to save a dog.
Yeah, have you been stopped?
I said I don't want no more dogs. They still keep popping up, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, where people have had to add appointments or were going somewhere, they miss the flight,
and then they'll meet someone like that.
Yeah. Or Sliding Doors, that film. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So is that synchronicity? So like when the opposite happens and you miss your train, you miss your bus, you get delayed.
Yeah.
Actually, that happened with us. I remember now when my daughter first came over here.
Yeah.
Which was quite a while after me. I obviously had the dogs and stuff, and we were getting more and more dogs then. In the early days, we only had about 17 dogs. And one landed on our front door with puppies, and we thought, we've got to start doing, we need to go and get a job, That's
one thing, yeah.
We need to go and get a job. So me and Charlie was looking on Facebook, and she went, oh, the estate agents were looking for leaflet deliverers. Well, obviously, we're going to do it together, yeah, and we had to split the wage. What was it all going to us anyway? But when we met Maria, who owns the estate agency, she's absolutely nuts about dogs and rescuing dogs. Straight away, we got the job without, and as soon as we mentioned the dogs, and that was like fate.
Synced.
Yeah. So but the thing was, the day before, Charlie was getting on a plane to go back to UK.
No.
And it was cancelled. I can't remember what it was. I think she was going to her auntie's wedding. And anyway, the flight was cancelled. So she came back crying. I picked her up, came back crying. And then thought, well, that's it. We've got no money now. We're stuck here. And the next day, that was it. We saw this. She saw the ad on Facebook and we replied.
And now she's a proper estate agent.
And now she's gone from being a leaflet deliverer to, a fully blown estate agent.
Yeah, so, I think unfortunately I just want to put the other thing there, that people have missed trains, planes or things, and they were lucky it synced that they weren't at another place and something bad happened.
Things have happened.
Or like you said, a good thing, like us not going to somewhere else. We met
but
Dennis.
then some things do happen bad and not to others. Is that again you know, you're not in line with synchronicity, because obviously plane crashes, a lot of people die, but you hear of people, I couldn't get on the plane that day because I was ill or I was late and I missed my flight, and then that plane goes on to crash, and obviously all them people die, but you didn't because you didn't go.
So the synchronicity was that you were
that
ill.
person is in touch with their synchronicity, whereas other people haven't, either don't believe in it or just
Bad
not
luck.
in line with it.
Yeah. I mean, it says synchronicities increase, and some say it's responding to our thoughts and intentions. That could be something else as well. Is there any, do you think that synchronicities are seeing, like, oh, what if you see a fox or something? Some people say, somebody's been cunning here, like a symbol. Like, or if you, I can't think of one right off from the top of my head. Oh God, I ain't done this good, have I? Oh, is it about the magpie and all that?
Oh, like superstition.
That's superstition. I know it's blending into other things, what I'm saying, but I would say synchronicity is.
It might, because it might stop you doing something. You know, if you see.
Oh, sorry, that's
You know, like a black cat crossing your path. Some people say it's good luck. Some people say it's bad because of the association with a witch, isn't it? I mean, I would say a black cat's good luck. You know, so that black cat's passed. Then is it like, okay, take note because something's going to happen, or you know, you are going to sync with something.
You sent me some images.
Yeah.
Of hello, Mrs. Of lions.
Oh yeah, the like Jamaican flag thing. Yeah.
Excuse me, sorry. You sent me, right, and right now I need as much courage as I can muster. Seeing them lions made me feel proud of who I am. Now, what I'm saying is I needed that image. I needed that image because it made me feel a certain way.
And you find, you know, when we've done, we do a lot of stalls, you know, craft stalls. We make handmade soaps. I do artwork and stuff, and we sell secondhand donated stuff as well. And you know, we do all the circuit of markets, and we've got this reggae festival one, haven't we? Yeah. Now we said, oh, we don't know, we can't afford to do it because it was 250 TL. So I texted the lady and said, you know, I'm poor, you know, I live with my rescue dogs, and she went, you can have it for free because the whole thing is about rescue dogs. So we're now going. We haven't got to worry about paying for the
Didn't
stall.
think we were gonna go.
No, but we've been to other ones where we have lost out on money, but we've met people that we never would have met, and then they've become good friends, good contacts. Yeah,
we have. I have no more words around synchronicity. I haven't got any more examples. You watching and listening, have you got any examples?
There you go. Synchronicity that we've come up on your feed.
Yeah, and you're watching us or listening,
and now you're going to like and subscribe us because you like animals too, and you like what we talk about, and you want to donate to us, or you want to help us by liking and subscribing and getting us monetized so that we can help all these doggies.
Yeah,
more doggies.
Yeah, who were panting their way through the episode. But no, synchronicity. Give us your examples. We aren't getting a lot of feedback, to be honest with you. We're not getting a lot of comments, even if you're poop.
And it all pushes up YouTube algorithm.
Well, maybe me saying that, hopefully it will sync with somebody to actually do it and give us a break. You know, everything what we talk about isn't to everybody's cup of tea, but maybe you've just stumbled onto us. And synchronicity has worked. But yeah, so have you got any more to say? No,
I'm done.
But yeah, stick a fork in me. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Those who are listening on the podcast and not watching us on YouTube, we've had some technical problems called old laptops and couldn't download things to go on our host, which is Buzzsprout, and it goes along to other platforms that you listen to stuff on.
Like Spotify.
Yeah, like Spotify and all that. So thank you so much for watching and being with us. And those 2 people in Oceania who have been downloading when I've been putting on, you know, whereabouts is the podcast being downloaded. North America, actually.
Oh, right.
So there's some in America, there's some in Europe. You know, we need to get you, you know, well, I really would love people to be in touch and have a little bit of a chat. And we'd love, I'll tell you something, by doing that, it'd be great to interview people. We can do that. We can sort that out. And you can be part of the podcast. And to be honest with you, I'm boring myself. So, no, but it really would be nice to have you involved. So from our episode today of Synchronicity, maybe you're there listening and watching and you want to get in touch with us. That'd be brilliant. So it's goodbye from me, Marie.
And it's goodbye from me, Tina.
And we'll see you next time on a Cosmic Crone conversation. Say bye-bye, dogs.
Woof, woof.
Yeah, woof, woof. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See ya.